In this capital, David calls upon everyone to thank God and to sing God's praises for everything that He had done to us, for this that He had created the world, and He had performed so much miracles, and He had enabled us to survive this terrible exile. And then it turns personal, and he describes his personal longing, how he personally longs to be able to sacrifice again in the Beis Hamikdash, which is obviously alluding to the time of Mashiach. Lam Natseach Shemizmar, for the conductor, this is a song. Hariu Lelikim Kol Aretz, and he says that the whole earth should shout in joy. Riu is the sound we make when we blow a shofar. Zamnu Chveit Shmoi, sing to the glory of His name. Simu Chavet, make glory, which we're talking about God's unique glory, which is not like any glory of any king. Tilase, His praise. Imru Lelekim, tell God, Manoira Masacha, how awesome is all your work. B'roiv Uscha, Yechachashu Lecha Eivecha. Because of your great power, one day when the nations are going to be punished, they're going to deny that they ever persecuted the Jewish people, because they'll be so embarrassed. And that time, Kol Aretz Yishtachvu Lecha, the whole earth will bow to you, V'yizamru Lach, will sing to you, Yizamru Shimcha Sela, and they're going to sing to your name. And they're going to say, L'churu mifalis adakim, go and see the works of God. This is what everyone is going to be saying in the streets. Noida alila al bnei adam. Awesome is His actions that He did to mankind. Which means that because God could perform any action that He wants, this automatically strikes fear in the hearts of people, that it causes that it makes a certain awe in the people. And now describing the various wondrous acts that God did. Hafach Yam Li'abasha, He turned the sea into dry land. Banar Yavru B'ragul, and they went through the river by foot, which is obviously referring to the splitting of the sea. Sham Nismachavai, over there we rejoiced in God. Maishal B'Gvarasi Eilam, He rules with His strength in the world. Eina Bagoyim Titzpena, His eyes will oversee the nations, which in the past He may have dealt leniently with them, but now He's going to judge them in accordance with what they deserve. Hasoirim, the ones that rebel, Al Yarimu Lamai Sela, should not lift themselves up, which means that these people who in the past rebelled will meet their ultimate punishment. Baruch Hu Ami Melekenu, the nations should bless God, because God is important for all the nations. Hashmiu Kol Tilase, and you should listen to the voice of His praise, which means that His praise should be heard, should be recited by everyone, and automatically His praise would be heard. Hasam Nafshenu B'Chayim, God is the one that set our souls in life, which means that He had preserved us throughout all these years in exile. And He didn't allow our feet to falter. Because God, you have examined us, and you saw that we remained loyal to you. You refined us just like you were refining silver, which means that because of how difficult the exile was, this had cleansed us throughout the exile, and now we are clean, and we have repented in the course of the galus. We were in such a situation, you put us in a cage. We were in such a situation that we were in a cage that only a miracle was able to save us. You placed constraints upon our loons. And now, when we went into exile, you put a human being on top of us, which before the exile was only you that supervised us. He went into fire and water, which is describing how much we suffered in exile. And you withdrew us with abundance. And now, talking in the singular, when the Beis Hamikdash will be built, I'm going to bring to your house burnt offerings, and I'm going to fulfill my vows that I have vowed throughout exile. This that my lips have uttered, and what I spoke when I was in distress. Fatty burnt offerings I will bring to you in Ketores Elim, with burnt incense and ram offerings. Esavakar, I'm gonna bring cattle imatudim, with goats. Selah. Lechu Shima, I'm gonna go make heard Vasaper relate Kalyira Elikim, everyone who fears God, Asher Asla Nafshi, everything that you have done for my soul. Elav, to him, Pi Karasi, my mouth is called out. V'roimam Tachas Lashoni, and he was extolled under my tongue. Avon Imrisi Velibi, if you saw sin in my heart, La Yishma Hashem, you didn't pay attention, you didn't listen to that. Achin Shama Lekim, and God indeed has heard me. Hikshi B'kol Tfilasi, and he has paid attention to the voice of my prayer. Baruch Lekim, blessed be God, Asher Leihesir Tfilasi, who has not removed my prayer, Achasta in his kindness, Meiti from me.